Hey guys, my name is Akshat Mehta, and I'm really excited right now to be representing my app, SafeZone. All right, so before we start out, I want to talk about some problems and statistics. 81% of women and 43% of men have experienced sexual harassment. 71% of African Americans experience racist encounters, and a lot of these experiences and social injustice often goes unreported to authorities and to the police because, quite frankly, they aren't technically crimes. And they don't really have that many other platforms or means to share these experiences and social injustice encounters. So that's exactly where SafeZone comes into play. At SafeZone, we give a voice/platform to help victims talk about their social injustice. And in reporting, in talking about these social injustices, you spread awareness about the different issues in your communities. For example, racism, discrimination, sexism. But there's also a bigger picture with SafeZone. With SafeZone, we use different AI models to analyze and find trends and patterns within these different social injustices. We also store a giant database of all these social injustices. And by finding these different patterns, by storing these in a database, we're able to help other people find solutions to these social injustices. So basically, at SafeZone, we allow people to report their social injustices to spread awareness. We also store that in a database and make that database public to allow anyone to analyze that data. And we have our own AI models to classify and find different patterns in that data. And in doing so, we can potentially find solutions to social injustices. All right. So how was SafeZone built? What were the different technologies? So we use Node.js and React Native, which is a JavaScript framework to build the app. We touched upon the AI model. We made our own large language AI model to help classify and find patterns in the data. We also store all of those reports about social injustice in a database called Firebase. And we also generate a geographic heat map or a visual of these social injustices using the Google Maps API. All right, so now let's look at a live app demo of SafeZone.
As soon as you open the app, you are met with a login and sign up page, and you sign in using your email.
All right, now let's go through an example on how someone can report their social injustice experience. All right, so we're just going to put an address up at the top and a sample description at the bottom, and then we're just going to hit submit. All right, it submits successfully. This report was now added to our heat map of social injustices, and we can go check that out right now. We hit heat map, and boom, we get a heat map with all these different reports. We can move around. That's a feature we added. You can also zoom in and out. And we added our own clustering algorithm. And you can see when two heat zones get close together, they cluster and become bigger. And when they separate out, they become their own circles. So we made that entire clustering algorithms ourselves. We also added a pop-up feature. So if we click on a pin, a pop-up appears. You can see the address and description, but you can also see where our AI model comes into play. Our AI model read this description and classified it as racism 90. The racism is obviously the classification of this social injustice, and the 90 is the rating that the AI model gave this description or this report from a scale of 0 to 100 on how severe this report was. Alright, so let's talk about the next feature, our menu bar. So we have an entire filtering system. So if we hit racism, all the racist encounters or heat zones go away. If we unclick it, you can see it reappear. We can do the same thing for other categories, for example, assault, sexism, racism, other, they all disappear. If we click them again, they all reappear. If we hit assault, that one will reappear too. And if we go back, we also have a bunch of buttons at the top that lets us navigate back to other pages. For example, if we hit home, we go back to the home page. All right, so that was basically the user experience on how someone can report a social injustice encounter and how other community members can view that heat map or that map to become more aware about these issues in their local communities. But once again, the real way SafeZone is helping is with its database, how it's collecting data on all these social injustices, and how our AI model is finding patterns and trends in this data. And hopefully, through all these different things, all these different features, we can work to make a safer community. So yeah, thank you for your time. We hope that SafeZone actually does make a real impact in our communities. And yeah, we hope you liked our app and you consider it. Bye.